People have fears, and sometimes those fears paralyze you. They're called phobias. Now, one particular phobia is that of spiders. Understandable. 8-legged, creepy crawly things that can come from anywhere. Now, this fear is known as arachnophobia, the fear of arachnids. And what perfect thing to make a horror movie about. In 1990, Arachnophobia came out, starring Jeff Daniels and John Goodman. Now, for people that were already scared of spiders, this was a horrific movie. And if you weren't scared of spiders, it quickly made you afraid of them.
Yep, I can attest to that.
Now, the movie starts off in another country, and there's a deadly spider. And that spider kills one of the scientists, and it gets brought back here to this small, small town. Now, this spider goes off and gets with another spider, and they make sweet, sweet, sweet love and have these mutated killer babies that go around this town killing people. Quite sad and terrifying. We're standing off to the side on the road called Burton Drive.
Because we don't want to stand to the left, that's in the road.
Yeah, that would not be good, and we would not have fun doing that.
No. That would be the equivalent of French frying when you should a pizza.
Yeah.
Little South Park reference there.
So in the film, it is right here in this location that you would have seen the sign that said, "Welcome to Cambria." Now, I think it's kind of ironic that this town is actually called Cambria and it's Cambria. It's very close. But you get this beautiful pan of the town, and as you can see from up here, we get a beautiful, little scenic area of the hardware store over here and some trees. But our camera doesn't go up as high as theirs, so that might be the issue there.
Either that, or because you can see right through here some rooftops. So it could be that either the trees have gotten taller since then, or they had some form of crane to get up higher. That's about as high as I can go. It's not gonna happen. In the shot as the car goes by that's carrying the body from Venezuela, and you see the Welcome to Cambria sign, you can also see this yellow sign in the background right there. Now, if you can't see it from our camera, it actually says no outlet, but that same sign is in the shot from the movie.
So we get pretty much our opening scene here in the small town that the spiders invade. And our first building we get is that of the morgue, because the body is being brought back from Venezuela. And as we all know, it wasn't the only thing that came back. That spider rode with it.
Hitchhiking sucker.
Now, what's cool about this building, it's now an antique store, but it looks
the exact same.
The exact same. And the cool thing is, in the window up there, they even have spiders.
Want to make sure you know that this used to be the morgue, one in each window right there.
Like, you can even see this post right here in the shot. When it comes around, you can see that post right there. Everything looks the exact same.
Yep. The car carrying the body pull right down the side of the morgue and stop right here, and then it would be an overhead shot of them putting the gurney out and getting the body, and then it cuts to inside the morgue. Now here is Big Bob's escape hatch. This is where the door would be when he comes out of what looks like a little doggy door, really.
Well, there's a cat inside. It might be for the cat.
Might be. This is where he would escape the morgue, only to be caught by the crow and taken away. Now, when he exits here and the crow picks him up, you see what you would later find out is Dr. Jennings' office across the street. In reality, Dr. Jennings' office is not across the street. It's actually in East Cambria. We're currently in West Cambria.
Yeah, so we're wondering, like, as we're driving, because in the movie, it seems like a very quaint, perfect little town. And I will tell you, being here, it is a very quaint, perfect town.
Yeah.
But it's separated, like he was saying, east and west. Is there some east and west beef going on here in Cambria we don't know about? We'd like to know.
Yeah, under the table, back dark alley meetings going on.
Are you like, we gotta like bougie up these storefronts because they just added this over there on the west side?
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. We'd like to know if we're right in the middle of some old beef dating back like, a couple centuries.
I mean, just look at this. This is the epitome of perfect town. There's like wine tasting everywhere, like cookie, bakery shops. It smells delicious here. Everybody's super friendly. Maybe we took a wrong turn and didn't get to where they filmed Arachnophobia, but maybe we're like in Pleasantville.
That would be nice too. That was a good movie. Now this building, which is ironic that Big Bob would be coming out of the morgue and heading here when the crow grabs him, is the office of Dr. Jennings, played by Jeff Daniels. What's even more ironic is the bird picks him up and carries him to Dr. Jennings' home, where the spider would then kill the bird in midair and escape.
So what I think is ironic, across from the doctor's office, or the bush we were standing next to, it's filled with spiders. Not necessarily spiders, but spider webs. Spiders are in there somewhere.
They still here. They still live among us.
When they were putting together everything for the film, now they tried out spiders. It was like the Spider Olympics. They basically had all these different kinds, like seeing which one was fastest and all these different trials. Ultimately, they decided on a non-venomous, non-poisonous, which is always good, spider from New Zealand, I think it was. And they flew in. It was something around 300 of these things for the film. Now, Big Bob is like a tarantula bird-killing breed from Venezuela, I think. Now, they actually added an animatronic called Peace to him and painted blue on him to make him look more menacing and big. Now, they did have people that specifically took care of the spiders in the film and things they would do, because there's no way to train spiders. It just can't be done. I think one thing I read was they use like lemon-scented pine sol or some kind of spray, yeah, to spray, because they found that it did something to the spider's feet, so they would stay away from that area. They wouldn't walk in it. They also used these like wires that vibrated so fast that you couldn't see it on film, and that would kind of move the spiders in directions they wanted to go. And they also used magnets. Don't know how that really worked without killing the spiders, but I guess it did. Now, for the scene where John Goodman, our heroic pest control guy where he sprays one. That was actually a fake spider. It was not real. Don't worry. No harm in the making. No spider lost his life. And you'll remember the one where he steps on it. There was actually a hole in his boot. So the spider went into the hole and he was safe and sound in John Goodman's boot.
What if they made the hole too deep and then the spider's like running all in John Goodman's boot when it wasn't supposed to?
Well,
it would have been, if it had been me, it would have been only one spider's life lost, and that's the one that got in my boot when it shouldn't have.
Now the spider they did choose, I think, was kind of like a, I don't want to say like sister. It was kind of similar to the huntsman spider in Australia. So, I'm sure we've all seen those horrific photos of the huntsman that grows like huge.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't decide to bring those over here. Now this building in front of you has been remodeled, kind of redone, possibly even added on to, but this would have been the original doctor's office that Jeff Daniels is coming out of whenever the cop is writing him a parking ticket. And you can see down this way is the alley's a little more narrow than what it was. Like I said, this looks like it's been added on to.
Excuse me.
Got to feed the meter.
But as he's walking across saying, "Oh, I'm leaving, you pan to this side, and this building here would have actually been the fire station that's in the movie. But the building, and you can tell it's had a facelift, an upgrade over the years. But what still looks the same is this building right next to it. You can see it over Jeff Daniels' right shoulder as he's backing up talking to the cop, and it still looks the exact same.
I was just leaving.
A little late, though.
I do have medical plates.
After Miss Hollings rips up the parking ticket and like you'd have to give one to everybody and throws it in the air.
A young doctor comes to Canaima and you write him a parking ticket.
What are you doing, Miss Hollings?
The whole town ought to be doing.
Her and Dr. Jennings walk off. The cop would actually bend down right here and pick this ticket up, because on this crack here is where the parking meter would be, and as he's bending down to pick up the ticket, you can see where the curb actually dips down, like there would have been a driveway. Now, like I said before, all of this had been remodeled. This peak was not there. And the reason we know that is as Miss Hollings and Dr. Jennings is walking towards the camera down Burton Street, you can see Cambria Pine Lodge in the background on the hill. And if you look just above Renee's head right here, that sign still exists. Now, as they're walking, the reason I say this has been redone is because you can actually see the little balcony railing right here on this particular building. But with them walking this way, the camera would be kind of down and zoomed in like this. And if that peak were here, you would not be able to see this railing from the sidewalk.
Thank you for the swift intervention. How did you know who I was?
We're neighbors. Gave you a standing ovation when you arrived.
After we see them exit Dr. Jennings' office, just as they're coming down now, we actually get a shot of them coming down the stairs from his office.
Half as good at medicine as he is at public relations. He could run for the next Surgeon General. That's it. Next month, when the afternoons are cooler, we'll throw you a party.
For the next shot and for our second death, we're here at Coast Union High School. Now, the school is just over there. Now, there is some interior shots that were done here. Of course, our doctor gets here to give all the boys on the football team their
Physical.
Yeah, their evaluations, make sure they can play. But our death scene actually takes place right in front of me on the football field. More webs. I see you. Everywhere we go, there's webs.
Well, this town was overrun by spiders. Some of them probably got away, got loose.
I would think that, because how can you wrangle up 300 spiders? And it wasn't just one bulk of 300, like, it was like
Several.
they were getting like several shipments of these.
That's what I'm saying.
These had to escape. They had to have.
And this field has underwent a lot of change and improvements since 1990. As you can see, the bleachers are new. These would have been wooden in the movie. They also updated their visitors' bleachers, would have been a lot smaller in the film. No gate fences here. And there's even some buildings missing. Looks like they've been cleared out to make softball field or practice field. But this is the location where Miller meets his end. You see the players practicing, and you can see the visitors stand in the background. We also see Dr. Jennings walk up some similar steps like these going onto the home side bleachers. Now you see the spider crawling underneath the bleachers on the home side.
You look like a bunch of babies! Come on! Line it up! Come on, get up to it! Ready!
On the ball.
And eventually climbing down and dropping into Miller's helmet. When the coach yells for Miller if he knows the play, and he's like, yeah, like the back of my hand, he grabs his helmet, not realizing that a deadly spider is in there. And they would actually be practicing in this direction, because you can actually see these buildings in the background of the shot as he misses the football from getting bit, and would have went down somewhere over here.
Hey! All right! Come on, up. Let's go, easy up.
No more Miller.
Yeah, and they ultimately pull the helmet off, and the spider escapes, and no one knows what caused the death.
It almost got stepped on, though. One of the players' cleats actually steps right next to the helmet. But unfortunately, he doesn't get the spider. But yeah, lots changed since 1990.
Okay, all right, helmet off. Let's get a helmet off. Real easy. Support his head, coach. Easy. Okay. Real gentle. Real gentle. Okay.
So what's odd is the city of Cambria didn't want to be really associated with a movie where killer spiders are on the loose and running rampant all over the town. That's why when the intro you see as the car passes, it's a different name.
But close.
Close, but yeah. But what's funny is the high school here was like, yeah, put us in the movie. Like, we're all down for it. You can film inside, outside, whatever you need. And you could actually see the students wearing Coast Union, which is the high school name, Coast Union High School. See them wearing Coast Union jackets in the film.
The coach was wearing it.
Yeah, and the coach, yeah. So it's cool. School's like, rock on. The town's like, eh.
Here we are at Irv and Blair's house. Now they're getting ready to watch their nightly Wheel of Fortune. They've got their popcorn popped, getting ready to enjoy the show. Now they've recently discovered that they're looking for a spider, and they're trying to get into the mortuary where the body was originally brought in, so they're trying their best to get a hold of him, So they're rushing over to the house, and the house looks basically the same.
Right.
Hey, Herb! Herb!
Ross. Canaima welcomes you.
Herb, we have an emergency.
Aside from the morgue being at the beginning of the movie, we also get another shot of it toward the end of the movie, where the guys are kind of standing out here on the hood of a car. They've got a map out, and you can see the globes behind them right there. Now they're trying to pinpoint where the spider's nest and habitat is.
The Kendall's house. Mark that down on there.
Alrighty.
And the old guy, the doctor,
Metcalf.
Metcalf?
the football kid.
Died on the football field behind the high school.
That's right here.
And that's when Jeff Daniels realizes it's at my house. Dun, dun, dun.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's it.
Now this here in the center, that's a mortuary, right?
No, that's a house.
Well, who the hell lives there?
I do.
Well, that does it for this horrible, horrible video. And I only say that because of the content of the nature of this video, being spiders, one of which I can't stand, thanks to this particular movie. Up until this movie, growing up at a young age, and I don't mean like young, like 5, 6, I mean like preteen, you know, somewhere between 9 and 12, something like that. Yeah, horrible. And I didn't even see it when it first came out. I saw it like a few years after, like when it came on like cable or satellite.
So there was one location, unfortunately, we didn't get to. It's where the first kill happens. But unfortunately, that house is like 30 minutes away, and it's located on a ranch that is already closed. So,
well, thanks for watching this video. Shout out to our VIP Road Warrior patron, the Crypt Lady. Thanks for your sponsorship each month. And if you'd like to sponsor us on Patreon, head over and check it out. Exit to Adventure. A few tiers, different tiers, get you different things. Thanks for watching this video. Leave some comments if this video happened to scare the crap out of you like it did me with spiders. And until next time, catch you down the road to the next exit.
keep it spooky.
Later.